Hey, this is Jay Jones, and you're listening to Outlaw Radio.
First day of my last day. I spit it up, now I take it apart, climbed up through and I found a real fall. No need for me to stay, last thing left, I understood why. Well, be the God, I'm trusting you now, there's nothing more fucked up I can do.
Everything was natural, everything made perfect sense. your lovers. Unicorns dancing wild in the streets of America. Fairy tales for no child, the demise of familiar. Are within the truth has become a reality. Diving deeper, deeper into insanity. They will play with the hearts and the minds of the true believers, making way for the dawn of the new digital deceivers. This is your wake-up call. How we knew that this day would come. Brace yourself for the fall. Tweedledee, storm, Tweedledum. Blow away the smoke and break the mirror. Run away the mask and it's all becoming clearer. They will play with the hearts and the minds of the true believers, making way for the dawn of the new digital deceivers. Come and see, it's a new sensation. Open wide for the next artificial generation. They will play with the hearts and the minds of the true believers, making way for the dawn of the new digital deceivers. Come and see, it's a new sensation. Open wide for the next artificial generation.
Fuck yeah, how was that intro? Hi, this is Jeff James,
And this is Mr. Moonlight.
and you're listening to Outlaw Radio. Hey guys, we're doing a mic check. Can you give us a heads up on how the audio is?
Testing.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Can you
So
guys
how
hear
is
us
it
out there?
sounding, Marty? I see you're on. Johnny Rocker's on. A few others.
Need to do a mic check.
Very
It
excited.
sounds excellent, Jim.
Okay.
Go. We're rolling. All right, so welcome to Outlaw Radio. Tried not to swear. I said the big word right off the rip.
You did. Hey.
So there's Happy Mother's Day for you.
Can't get any worse.
Okay, it's all downhill from here. All right, well, welcome back, Outlaws, for another
Welcome.
episode. We had a great one last Sunday, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. It was. I felt. I was having a good time, and when we were done, I had this feeling of happiness and like, okay, it wasn't that bad this time.
Yeah, last Sunday was really good. Great show, great interviews. And then we followed that up when we did a quick Thursday show. Go on and talk about our nomination to Scene Magazine, which we'll be talking about later.
Yes, and I'm wearing my boutique shirt. I got it a couple weeks ago at that festival, if you want to call it that, in Wilmington.
It was a good time.
It was at a smoke shop in the parking lot, and it was great. There was a big tent. It rained, and no one got wet. It was a good time.
Well, some people got wet.
Yeah, but not me.
You guys like the Dragons? We're rising like the Phoenix. Wearing on a hat today, too. Pretty cool.
I want Chinese food for some reason.
Yeah, Chinese does sound good. Well, you're in for a very long show tonight. Probably another 3-hour show. Again, Jim, we got a ton of music to play. We have great interviews. We have Dark Echoes Paranormal TV show coming on at 7:30, followed by Matthew Robert Brown from the band WitchRune and Ancient Limb, and then Ancient Limbs. And then we have Mickey Baby, who's a soul rock singer, coming on. Pretty good lineup, right?
Yeah, and I think we should mention those first two songs that our listeners listened to.
Yeah, definitely knock it out.
Oh, Conspiracy 216. That was a cover song, right?
9 Inch Nails.
Yeah, boy, was that killer. I guess they did that less than a month ago, and they're still looking for a replacement. Is it guitar player?
Yeah, he'll let us know out there. I think he is looking for somebody. He might have somebody. That guy seems to find really good talent.
And you know that second song we played it last week, didn't we? The Rising Fall.
Yeah, this is the second time we played in the road because I had a couple people write me and be like, "Who's that band?"
They are really good too. So Conspiracy 216 and The Rising Fall. Kudos to both of those songs. You guys are rocking it.
I like that song by The Rising Fall. It's very catchy.
I think so too.
It
has a quiet part where it got a little quiet and there was a clean guitar, so it's not just all, like a lot of the bands.
To me, that song has a lot of stuff in it that I like. I liked all the dive bombs on the guitar with the tremolo bar. I like that interlude where it gets the picking.
Yeah.
And then I like the catchiness of the drums and the vocals. You could just tell she's probably sexy as hell.
I just love it so much when the bass player is actually playing along with the drummer. Not close. That we have a lot of, it's close, but it has to be on.
Yeah.
So congrats on that. Keep doing it.
All right, very cool. So tonight we have new music by Dwayne Albert's Devil's Rodeo, Freaky Things, Awaiting Abigail. Mr. Moonlight has a brand new song. The Rising Fall, Choke Chain, Distant Sun Rising, Over Medicated, Snapcat Bandits from the Motor City, and then a blues standard band, Donna and the Time Band.
Oh, I want to hear that.
Dang, that's a good lineup, right?
Yeah.
Then we have Mr. Moonlight Shenane, which I'm excited to hear about SpaceX, Starlink, and a little bit about Tesla. And then tonight's rant is going to be about the Cleveland Music Awards and Scene Awards as well. So we have a lot of stuff that we want to go over tonight, so let's crank it, Jim.
Yeah, and when we played the first songs, we had a listener, Tim Monahan.
Yeah, Tim, what's up,
say hi
buddy?
to us, so we certainly wanted to say hi to you, and I hope you're still with us. Yeah.
What's up, Tim? And also Johnny Rocker, Matt Guka, Janine Spring, Marty Schleckman. Am I missing anyone?
Is it Matt's birthday still?
Happy birthday, Matt.
Happy birthday, Matt.
And here's a special one for you. You like that one? Okay. All right, so I have something cool I want to show. Recently, we had somebody that's a fan of the show, and we also did an interview with him. Trashman Dean said, he's like, "Hey, bro, can you play some video?" And I was like, absolutely. We can do video. So I'm calling this Taking Out the Trash with Trashman Dean. And check this out. I got a couple things I want to show you.
It's short.
Everybody in our facility is a musician, so we know the importance of what the people are going through with being a musician, and the importance of it. Eddie, our main person has his own studio, right in our studio, full 24-track, beyond Pro Tools system, everything you could want for a studio. And he's worked with some pretty big players, and he's had a great run with that. So between that and the marketing capabilities, we can pretty much really develop a package for a musician or an artist or any group that can get you in front of the right people, at least in a very professional way. So I guess that's where we come into play with that.
And that's super cool, right?
So professional. I really like that. Dan kicks it, doesn't he?
Yeah, Dan over at BVS Film Studios, we just partnered up with them. They're sponsoring the show. We're actually working together. A bunch of musicians that follow our show have already booked time at AudioWorks with Eddie. That's really cool.
Fantastic. One hand washes the other.
Yeah,
you know,
you're exactly
gotta help
right.
each other. It's so important today.
And
It always has
that's
been.
how we do things with Outlaw Radio and all the endeavors that we do, Jim.
And Eddie's the main engineer there. Is that the
Yeah.
situation? Or he's-
Producer as well, engineer.
Yeah, we were in the
He does all the
studio.
podcast stuff, all the video graphic stuff.
Okay.
He does it all.
we were there when Nick
Yeah, Nick Caruso
Caruso
was in the studio.
and Emily they did a song. And,
Avenging Scarlet.
They did such a good job, and it was recorded very well. I remember that.
It was, and then the end result is what got Avenging Scarlet wanting to go over there.
That's great.
All right, I have another video for you guys. This is another Taking Out the Trash. This is from Rockstar Radio Underground on Live 365. All right, so that was a commercial from Rockstar Radio Underground on Live 365, and then check this one out.
This winter in your heart was bringing on the pain, but now you must remain, staying true to who you are. Just let the words decay.
What do you think of that one?
Well, that was good too.
Pretty
so we
dang cool,
kicked
huh?
off 3 of them right off the bat.
So there you go, Trash Man Dean. We have the ability to do video. We just don't do a lot of it because it takes up a lot of time.
Well, we were doing it at the beginning, but then didn't you kind of cut it out a little bit?
Yeah, we kind of cut back on stuff so it would make it easier to produce the show and then move things along a little bit.
So we have no problem doing a video here and there.
Yeah.
So we shall do that.
Yeah, and guys out there, bands, if you want to send us video that we could, MP4s, we could upload to the show and we could play your promotional videos too. We've done it with Conspiracy 216 and a couple other bands. So we're open to that.
Send
Free,
it all
baby.
in.
Send
We
it.
have
Do
a
it.
email. I don't know what it is right now, but you could email your MP3, and we urge that the songs be 4 minutes. 6 is a little bit too long.
4 minutes is perfect.
Yes.
MP3, subs outlaw at outlook.com to send in your music and then, whatever.
If you
So-
have an 8-minute song, all you have to do is just redo it and have it fade out at about 4, and we're happy.
Yes, we're ecstatic.
I know you don't want it that way, but it's better than not playing your song.
All right, so once again, for the people in the back, we are Outlaw Radio playing metal rock, outlaw country. We also bring you the paranormal and anything else we want to do. Some call us a variety show, others call us a hot mess. But whatever you want to call us, we're just 2 regular dudes having a damn good time. We're both very busy guys. Jim runs a Zenify, has a co-publishing deal with AMG Universal, where he's in the process of recording music constantly. He's also the co-host of Outlaw Radio Show and our new show, The Nation. And I'm just as busy as he is. So, guys, if we don't get to you right away on submissions and stuff, it's not that we're ignoring you. We're just super busy, and we will get to you.
You could ask
Okay.
us again, but we haven't forgotten about you.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
exactly. I also want to say the show is brought to you by BVS, Zenify.com, Sacred Vortex, and Wild Cucumber LLC. And we're also affiliated with Rockstar Radio Underground on Live 360.
Where's that? Is
Ooh.
that kind of down south a little bit?
North Carolina,
Yeah.
baby.
Okay.
North Carolina. All right, so Jim, I just wanted to bring this up. I wanted to ask you really quickly, how's your Facebook dating going?
Well, it slowed down quite a bit. They're already sick of me, apparently.
Yeah. Have you gotten any hits?
Only
Reeling them
like,
in?
Only like 6 or whatever.
Only 6?
We're going to have a little training session because I'm not doing something right, that's for sure.
Oh, only 6? That's crazy. I had like
50
14.
or something?
No, 50.
You're so good looking. That's what it
Okay.
is.
I had 14, and I've had 4 dates, and nothing to write home about. I have not found love, peeps. You never know. Might happen.
I haven't either.
Okay. Also, T-shirts have been ordered. We have a few Outlaw Radio events scheduled for this summer. Not too many because me and Jim are no spring chickens anymore. First one we have planned is a T-shirt giveaway on May 17th, Jim's birthday show at the Sacred Vortex, where Dwayne Albert's opening. I'm sorry, headlining, Jim's opening. Second is at Whiskeyville with the Let It Burn band, to be announced. And our third happens on August 9th with Johnny Rocker, also to be announced. So we're bringing a lot of cool stuff. And then we're also going to do an interview on Blow Your Brains Out podcast, me and Jim. They want to interview Outlaw Radio. I don't know why.
What do you know? We're moving into new territory. People are asking us for
Yeah.
interviews. Wow.
That's cool, right?
All I have to do is just say the truth. Is that what it is?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
I better not be too truthful, I guess. But
Also,
Oh,
here's
nice.
something very cool. On June 6th at 8 p.m., Mr. Moonlight has his first interview solo as a musician
I'm
on
nervous.
LEP TV.
wow.
It's also a podcast.
Okay.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. So you're going to be there to
Yeah.
witness this
I will.
historic event.
I will take off
Make
that,
sure that I look good.
It's
and
a Wednesday.
whatever.
and I'll make sure I come over and heckle you while you're on camera.
I imagine
Throw things at you, you know.
they're just going to send us a link on via email, I would imagine, right? I mean,
It's the same as ours.
yeah.
It's the same thing,
It's the
maybe a
same old,
different
same
different
old.
way. All right, so what we're going to do, guys, we're going to jump into 2 songs, and when we come back, we're going to have Dark Echoes Paranormal TV show with us.
Nice.
All right, so stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Okay.
But hey, Jim, so I got some really cool music. Are you ready for this one?
I hope so.
This is your favorite band. You've been talking about them all night, Oblivia with Black Sheep.
This is on their new album, right?
This is not on their new album.
okay.
This is a thing they put out prior to the new album.
Okay. Well, I listened to the new album last night because they gave me a free copy at the festival, and it was very enjoyable.
Okay, very cool. Well, this is Oblivia with Black Sheep, followed by Awaiting Abigail with Bad Mind. And we'll be right back. Here we go, baby.
This winter in your heart is bringing on the pain. But now you must remember.
Hi, this is Jeff James,
And this is Mr. Moonlight.
and you're listening to Outlaw Radio. How you guys doing tonight? Can you hear me out there?
Yeah, we hear you.
Hey, Stacy, I'm getting a little bit of noise in your from your end.
I told you, Matt.
Yeah. And
Now
there's
then unplug it
yeah,
then, so it's got to be something you're doing.
yeah, I'll kick you, and then you can come back on, okay? Oh, wait.
It stopped.
It stopped,
Hopefully she didn't turn
and
her
the
mic
echo
down.
stopped.
Oh, but she turned her mic down.
Can you hear me?
We hear it. Yeah, I hear it a little bit.
Yeah, I hear you really good, Matt.
Because I was told before that I get like bad feedback from the microphone.
You're perfect now. And
Ah,
I'm
yeah, there you
also,
go.
I'm also looking at your internet. It's all the way up. Before it was like at 1, and I think that's what the deal was.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Okay. All right, well, here we go. Welcome to Outlaw Radio, guys. This is
Thanks for having
Stacy and Matt from Dark Echoes Paranormal TV show.
Mhm.
Thanks
Right.
for having us.
All right, guys. What I'd like to do is I would like you to give us a basic idea of what led you up to this moment of being on the show. Like, give us a little bit of background on the show. Give us a little bit of background on each one of you, and just tell us about everything that you
All right,
have.
Steve, you go-
Absolutely
Steve, you go
everything.
first.
You want me to go first?
I'll be here forever.
Yeah, Matt can talk
Stacy,
for
you're
hours.
first.
So I started investigating only a couple years ago. I've had experiences since I was in my early 20s. The first experience I ever remember was I was sitting in my car and I had a black cross necklace hanging on my rearview mirror. And I swear on my life that necklace went around the mirror and smacked down on my dashboard. And that was like the eye-opening experience for me. So ever since then, I've always had an interest in the paranormal. And then I met Matt on Facebook, just, networking, talking to people in the paranormal field. And one thing led to another. He said, "Hey, you want to be my PR?" So I was like, "Okay, cool. I'll be your PR. I'll help promote you, whatever." And then I found out that I was actually on the show. Like, I thought I was just going to be behind the scenes PR. And they were like, no, like, you come to the filmings, you're an investigator. I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's pretty cool. So
That is
now he's
cool.
stuck with me.
That's super cool. So it was you, Matt, that originally had the Dark Echo show, or you were an investigator?
So, real quick, the reason I know about your show is you had our fantastic medium Greg on with you guys, Greg Nicholson. If he's
That's
watching,
right.
Greg,
That's right.
we call his nickname on the show is Spitfire. You never know what's coming out of this guy's mouth, and you don't know how fast it's coming. So
That's a good name.
it is. That's his nickname, Spitfire. So I've been in the film industry since 2010. I did my first movie. It was about teen drinking and driving. Went to many schools. Was excited. I worked with School of Broadcasting. I was on The Town of Ben Affleck and Jeremy Reiner's backgrounds. I've done Psychic Kids, Animal Planet, The Haunted. So I've been kind of like in the industry for quite a while. And then I wanted to do my own thing. And when I was doing Sorry Mom, I met a guy who worked out in Hollywood for 20 years, Rob Lagunga, worked out in Paramount for 20 years, took me under his wing. And he told me, if I do this, I'm going to break everything that you know and do. And I'm going to break your character. I'm like, you do what you got to do. So that's who I am today. It's all because of Rob. I'm a director, producer, filmmaker, editor. I have a lot of titles, also the host of the show. So in 2023, I wanted to do a paranormal show because I know how to film. I know what cinematic is. I know it's not just a title. It's not just a name. I know how to do all that. I know audio. I know how to make a hit show without the billions of dollars productions. And so I decided to do this. And, we had our setbacks. That's how it goes when you first start off a show. But ever since that, season 1 has skyrocketed. I just got the thing for my film distributor. We're at 5.3K minutes streamed on Amazon, which equals 4.5 equals 75 hours of people watching our show. And he said that's really good for a TV show just being released last Friday. So we're doing really good. And I'm excited. Season 2, oh, man, you ain't seen nothing yet, man. Season 2, I don't jump for nothing. But on season 2, you're going to see me jump on an episode. And I don't scare easy. This one got me.
Yeah, I really enjoyed them. I thought they were very cool. And then with Greg on there too, that's very interesting. And Greg's been on the show
A few times.
4 or 5 times, and maybe 6. And when I first started, I had him on. Yeah, I go way back, not way back, but about 5 years with Greg, and I've known him for a long time. But yeah, that guy's great. What a
Oh,
great
it's-
addition to the show. Now
We
you
don't
can
know
get
what's
that
coming out of that dude's
medium.
mouth.
Yeah, the mediumship now, because like I watch the shows, like all the different ones, like Ghost Adventures and all those, and the one thing is they never have mediums with them. It'd be so cool if they had a medium, then they could tap into that stuff, and really find out what's going on.
Dark Echoes is on Amazon Prime. You can check
Yeah.
it out there. We're also coming to. I just got the email yesterday. We're also coming to Tubi. They're licensing us now.
Oh, that's
Farsum
great.
Wow.
Farsum has taken us now, so we're going to appear on Farsum networks. And what I've been told, another huge network that's on national TV is very interested in the show as well from the distributor. So we could be coming. We could be the besides Zach and what's his name, Josh Gates. We could be the first paranormal show to come back on TV besides those guys. So everything is just amazing what's happening.
Yeah, they used to have a show I used to watch all the time called Paranormal Investigations, and it was they would bring a medium with them.
Yep.
And yeah, you're right in line for that.
Yeah,
it's super
our
cool.
mediums, they don't know where they're going. They are completely blindfold. Like I take everything that mediums do, and I just take that right away from them. They come in blindfold. They don't know where they're going. They're being escorted to this property. And the minute they get there, they're still blindfold. They're getting mic'd up, and you can just see them. And and the minute that blindfold comes off, guys, that is real. It is not staged. Their reaction is when that blindfold comes off, and they're trying to figure out where they are and if the spirits have a story to tell at the location.
Hey, do you think we could just blindfold Jim and put him in a haunted house?
Oh, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Hey, you might get some.
Matt just got aired.
Some weird things have happened in my day, I will say.
Yeah, we've both. Well, we love paranormal. That's obviously I hang out with a lot of paranormal people. We love that whole subject, and we do a lot of it on the show. All right, I got a question for you. Tell me about your experience when you got scared. I want to hear about your getting scared.
Ooh,
experience.
I don't want to ruin it for season 2.
All right, I'm sure you've been scared before.
No,
Never, huh?
Oh.
That's a challenge, spirits.
Yep.
Because it was so quiet. That's all I could say. It was so quiet when this happened. And it actually happened on a spot where Greg picked up something. So that's all I'm saying. And literally, yeah. Because we have Video Village where you can actually watch the investigations.
Yeah.
When I got back down, everybody was laughing because I don't jump for nothing.
It was
That's
hilarious.
season 2, huh? That's coming up
That's coming out next year.
next year. I gotta wait all that time to see you get scared.
Unfortunately, but we're gonna if you head over to our page, the Dark Echoes Paranormal page,
Yeah.
you can see behind the scenes. We're gonna be posting videos of that. We wear also too. I have so many shirts that people send me to wear for their logos, and I love wearing different shirts. I love giving people the opportunity of their stuff being seen on national TV, and it's just
that's
I
cool.
I love shirts.
I will send you a shirt for sure. We'll send
Let's
you
do
the Outlaw Radio shirt right here.
All for it.
All right, I'll get
You
with
know
you
how
after.
many
to the
times we've
show.
tried to scare you, Matt? We could never scare you. And then that happens.
Nope.
That's why it was so funny, because it actually scared you.
I got to watch this now.
Stacy, what about you? Yeah, how many times have you gotten scared?
I've only ever gotten scared once. And that was because I ran into what I believe was some sort of dark entity, nothing human, something I've never experienced before. And you think you're prepared for it, and you think you protect yourself, and you think you're like, okay, I'm a ghost hunter. It's no big deal. I don't mind the dark, whatever. But when you run into something like that, it scares the shit out of you.
Yeah, I've been scared a couple times. Hey, have you ever come across like, and you talk about being scared? And let me back up also and say that Greg doesn't deal with demons and stuff like that, but have you ever felt the presence of something like you said, dark in the house? When you go into rooms, do you feel like a heaviness?
I feel heaviness, but it doesn't mean it's evil. It doesn't mean it's it's a demon or clickbait YouTubers, TikTokers, demonic. It's like we never run into that. We've run into negative spirits. We run into like heaviness, like the energy is very strong. but nothing like what you see on TikTok and YouTube. Our
Okay.
show is 100% legit, real, and what you see is not fabricated. It's not fake. You get to see also people's paranormal equipment that sponsor us. You get to see that work in real time. It's like I said, we don't stage anything. We don't set anything up. So when it happens, and you can see my face. Like when something happens, I'm all excited like a schoolgirl.
Hey, tell us about the paranormal equipment you have. Like, as I know
All
a
right.
lot of it, but give us a rundown of what you have, because
Oh.
Jim doesn't know any of that stuff.
We have this awesome device by John Mallory of White Light Paranormal. It's called the Panabox. It's kind of like the DR60, but it scans through radio stations, AM only. And I have got some of the most amazing responses to that. I even got called a dickweed on investigation one time. I got cursed at. Oh, yeah. John Mallory's Panabox, I love it. It is awesome. Check out his stuff, White Light Paranormal. We have our new sponsors, Elite Paranormal Society, Robert and Marie Murphy. We actually just had them out for filming. They're actually going to be coming for the season finale, which I'm excited.
Nice.
They build so much cool stuff like sensors, bells, light rods, and it picks up like shadows and EMF. And then we use Troy Dixon's Tempest. It's like the Ovilus, but to me, I think it's a little more accurate than the Ovilus because you can't add words in there to fake. Because I know sometimes Ovilus, I've heard that you can add words for it to say that when you're on an investigation. Troy's, you turn it on, it's ready to go. We have this new guy, Angel Lopez. He's building some cool stuff he's going to be sending to us. He has this thing called a sonar. You put it in the middle of the room, and if the temperature changes or anything drops that's not, human, it actually sets off a light and it sets off a loud sound. We have the music box, which the music box, I love it because every time I'm trying to end the show and I'm trying to wrap up the show, the spirits are like, "Hey, let me play that music for you. You're not going nowhere."
Yeah.
That's what happened. That's what happened when I got scared. We're just getting to end the show, and all of a sudden, all the meters start going crazy. Our amazing cinematographer Scarlett turns back on the camera. I'm running around like, "What's going?" The show's trying to end, and the spirits are like, "No, you're not ending today." So we have a lot of
That's
amazing
cool.
equipment.
Hey,
Hoping to add more.
what's that paranormal equipment where you do it looks like it's in green and it shows like the entity and they're like a skeleton?
Oh, good
the
lord.
It's because it's an S.
So you're
I can't
calling
think
the
of
SLS camera.
the SLS camera.
Don't get me
what do
wrong.
you think of that thing?
Okay, don't get me wrong.
Okay.
It's a cool idea, but I have debunked that thing from I went in my basement and tested it out, and it will pick up spider webs to make a figure. It will pick up a shadow, make a figure. So to me, it's not very accurate. So I will not use something on a show if it's not accurate. Hey, I know all the other bigger channels do. Doesn't mean we got to do it. But
Yeah.
I would never go to somebody's house and say, "Oh yeah, your house is haunted because spiderweb's showing a stick figure." That's just my opinion. I'm not an SLS fan, so
Oh,
you won't-
interesting. So a spider could pick up. Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. Okay, that's
You got to
cool.
remember this thing is setting out like millions and millions of dots, and something can manipulate it.
Okay.
Like the tombstones. This camera can't tell a person from an object. So if you when people go out to the graveyards, it's mapping out a tombstone. Oh, I see it. No,
All right.
I test stuff before I use it.
I have another question for you. So, I think it's called a Necronomicon or Necromancer.
Necrophonic.
Yeah, I used that in the basement of where I worked at Front Street Social because they always said it was haunted there. There was balloons in the basement, and that thing came up with the word balloons, and it kind of freaked me out. It was really strange that happened. But what do you think of that thing?
Oh, Necrophonics. That's a very tough one. I actually bought the app one time. You got to be very cautious. So when I brought it downstairs in my studio, I turned it on. I'm letting it scan for a little bit. And I kid you not, I started grabbing random things off my desk, and I said, "Hey, tell me what this is." And I heard, "Oh, it's a battery." I was like, maybe coincidence. So then I grabbed a white lighter, and I said, "Tell me what this is." And the guy, and I have it like this, so you can't see it. And a spirit goes, "Oh, that's a white lighter." I'm like, "Okay, this is a little too coincidence." We
Yeah.
have used it on investigations. I would say probably Necrophonics is probably the closest app you'll ever see me use on the show.
I see a lot of investigators use that one, and I used it, and it was right on. Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't use it. I turned it off after that. I was like,
I
I'm
like
done.
to test it and say, hey, what's the name of the person to my right? Or what color shirt are they wearing, or what location we're in. Because if you get that answer, it kind of tells you, oh, okay, then you
Yeah,
can't
very
program
cool.
a phone to tell you, you're at
Right.
Wildwood Sanitarium.
What do you guys think about dowsing rods?
That's this one right here.
Yeah, I love those.
Yeah, I used to have a set. Somebody stole them from me, but I
Oh,
had a
that's not
set.
cool.
Yeah, I know it. But yeah, they're very cool. Greg showed me one time. He goes, "You want to see a cool trick?" And he picked up one and he put his hand underneath it and it started spinning like crazy. And he goes, "That's the energy and the vibration with frequency." He goes, "If you just hold one in your hand, you put your hand under it. If you have enough energy, it should spin like crazy."
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
Stacy
they
has cool ones that you can't manipulate.
yeah,
because they're like
yeah. The
almost
one,
like in
yeah,
like a
for sure.
holder.
I don't know. I like those. Have
I
you ever
love mine,
seen?
but they do
Yeah.
say they're easily manipulated with your own energy.
Yeah, I could see that by like thinking about it. You want it
But
to be
mine are
like a
in like
yes.
holders, so when they spin, I can't unless I'm going like this. But you keep them steady, and I'm holding on to the holder and not the
Yeah, I got you.
rod.
Yeah, we can use every equipment in the world. We can get the
Yeah,
best evidence in the world, but when you watch the show at the end of it, I do a wrap up of everything. And the one thing is, I'll never claim a place haunted because that can come back and bite you. And I give everything that happened with the medium walkthrough and then the investigations. And again, I leave it up to the audience to decide: did we capture enough to say this place is haunted or not? That is like one of the biggest keys that people are loving. That we are not going out there and say, "Yeah, this is it. This is haunted because of this." We're leaving it to the audience to go, "Hey, you know what? Maybe I need to go back and rewatch this." Because I've had people message me say, "Hey, look, I've watched a couple times and I feel like I'm in a show with you because you're making me now watch to say, hey, did they capture enough?" So I took a show to bring the audience involved. Now, once you have the audience involved, you have a hit.
yeah, I agree with you. All right, I have one last question for you, and this intrigues me. How do you find your locations? Do the people reach out to you and be like, "Can you come?"
Yep.
Or do you physically go and be like, "I heard this place is haunted," or "This place"? You do it.
When you're in the field,
Stacy
you
does
kind
it.
of I do, yeah. So I'm the new location manager.
Okay.
And when you're in the field, you kind of all the popular places like asylums and state hospitals, stuff like that. For now, we've tried to stay away from that. We like to do like the local smaller places. So actually, most of our filmings were in PA for season 2 because I'm in Pennsylvania.
My new
Matt's been
home.
staying at my house.
Yeah.
But like one of them was up in the Poconos, like a half an hour for me, and I've just always known that place is haunted. Or we'll say on our Facebook page, because I run the Paranormal TV show page, and we'll ask people, what's your favorite haunted location? Where do you want to see us film? Stuff like that, just so we can get an ideas. And I already have a list going for season 3 for next year.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah,
You're
it
already
also it
you're
also
already
helps
so
that
far ahead.
it also helps that we're not some YouTubers or TikTokers or people trying to be filmmakers coming in. We're a professional show on Amazon Prime, and we're giving the locations the chance to be seen yet again, which they don't have that chance anymore.
Yeah, that's very cool. All right, guys. I want to thank you so much for coming on Outlaw Radio. We really appreciate it. I want all of our fans to listen to the show, watch it. Dark Echoes Paranormal TV show with Stacy and Matt. And also give us one last rundown of all the channels that you're going to be on and where our fans can see and watch your show.
So when you can go to Amazon Prime, type in Dark Echoes Paranormal. Season 1 is completely on there. It's also going to be coming to Tubi. Don't know when they're going to drop it. That's them. Farsum is going to be dropping it. Many other platforms. So the show is just being taken by so many people being licensed. You can also check on Paraflix. Check them out. You can go on Dark Echoes Paranormal TV show page. Leave a comment. Leave anything you want. If you watch an episode, tell us what you thought. Or you can head over to the Paranormal page where we do all like behind the scenes, live specials, which we got coming up July 20th, a live special. And you can go over there and you tell us what you thought of the episodes. Let us know. Do you think it's haunted or not? Or leave a comment in when you buy it on Amazon. Let us know. Say, hey, look, I thought this and this. We want to hear from you. So check it out. And that's you can find us pretty much. You can just Google us, and we're everywhere.
All right, very cool. Well, I know our fans out there are all going to watch the show. We've got about 12 or 14 people watching right now. A bunch of people leaving comments. I know they're going to check out the show. So Very cool. This has been Dark Echoes Paranormal TV show. Thank you for coming on Outlaw Radio. You guys have a fantastic evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. All right, Jim, we're going to jump into a song. This is Choke Chain, Beg and Plead.
Thanks a lot.
Don't forget to email me so I get my address for a shirt.
Oh, I'll do that. Don't worry about it. I'll hit you up. Take it easy. Have a great night. That was Beg and Plead, like I beg and plead for puss.
Musicians around, don't make a sound. I don't know which one is you. Could it have been a ghost in the air? The beat of your heart is blue. Condensation on the mirror. Soon the morning air will rise like a sunbeam silhouette. I see you right before my eyes. I've been chasing shadows, wishing you were here with me tonight. Winding where the bed goes. When I'm with you, everything is right. Right before my eyes, 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 right before my eyes. Yeah, I've been chasing shadows, wishing you were here with me tonight. Winding where the bed goes. When I'm with you, everything is right. I've been chasing shadows, trying to fix this broken heart of mine. Winding where the bed goes. 'Cause when I'm with you, everything is right. But I gotta chase you down, I'm chasing your shadow. Chase you down, I'm chasing your shadow. Chase you down, I'm chasing your shadow. Chase you down,
I'm not sure I'm hearing you yet.
chasing your shadow. Chase you down, I'm chasing your shadow. Chase you down, I'm chasing your shadow. Chase you down, I'm chasing your shadow. Chase you down, chasing your shadow.
Well, hello. I'm not sure if y'all hear me. But yeah, I do see you. I just don't hear you yet.
I'm sure you can hear me now.
Oh, yes, I do.
Outlaw Radio, baby. That was Snapcat Bandits. And before that, we had Choke Chain.
Not bad. I liked that first song too.
Yeah, very cool, right?
Choke Chain. What a
Choke
name for
Chain.
a band. It sounds like, I don't know,
Choke.
like you're choking somebody with a chain or something.
Choking them with a chain. Snapcat.
That's another good one too. Snapcat.
Snapcat from the Motor City.
Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit,
Very good.
Michigan. Where we buy our weed. Still. All right.
Everybody's still going up to, not everybody, but a lot of people still go up to Michigan.
Are you fans of dark metal? Have you heard the darkness, the breakdowns? Have you heard the soulful, churning guitar of metal? Well, tune into Matthew Robert Brown, WitchRune, Ancient Limbs. Welcome to Outlaw Radio. How you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm good. Thanks for having me, guys.
Excellent. Jim, we've played Ancient Limbs many times on the show. We play WitchRune. Every time, Witch's Rune, I should say. Every time we play those songs, I always look at Jim and I go, I feel like we've conjured the devil tonight. Do you feel that way when you write those songs?
For WitchRune, I don't actually write the material, but I think they'd be happy to hear you say that.
Yeah,
I'm
sure they would.
They're definitely going for like an evil kind of vibe. I am recording I've recorded I think like 3 so far. One that's been released, but I'm doing a bass on the first album. So I do get to contribute in that way. Um, yeah, and then with Ancient Limbs, I mean, yeah, man, I'm definitely supposed to be a dark vibe. I don't I don't really try to like write like evil lyrics myself, but I mean, yeah, that's part of the aesthetic of metal. So,
Yeah, you're right.
if that's what people get out of it, I mean, that's fine for me.
Well, even from the darkest depths of Dio, right? You had that evilness or that majestic feeling or that epic cinematic thing. And I don't know, the darkness is fun a little bit, Jim. We delve into it a little bit sometimes.
We need to do a little bit more of it too.
Yeah, I love dark gothic music, by the way, and vampires and stuff like that. So I'm big into that, and so I kind of like what you guys got going on. So tell me about WitchRune, and then after that, tell me a little bit about, I should say, I'm sorry, WitchRune, and then tell me about Ancient Limbs. Tell me about each one of those projects that you're in.
Yeah, of course. So, with WitchRune, Anton, is the name of the main songwriter, and him and the other guy Eddie, they had like the vision for the band. Eddie is being the singer and the lyricist. So Anton, he's writing all the songs, and Eddie's writing all the lyrics. And then I have the opportunity to write the bass lines now. So I auditioned for them though initially to play guitar, and then Anton's already playing guitar, and they're just having a hard time finding a bassist. I'm like, dude, I'll just do it. Like I'm a team player, and I like to stretch out, and do more than just play guitar. So it worked out good because once I started doing it, I was like, he was still auditioning other bassists. I'm like, hey man, like you should just let me do bass because to be honest, like I get more out of it that way because I could actually like write some things and have them be included in the album, whereas the guitars are already all been written. So yeah. But as far as WitchRune, I'm just happy to have the opportunity and to play some it's still metal, but it's a little different for me, like doing like the black metal type thing. And it is a studio project at the moment, but as soon as the album is completed and all that, as far as I know, the plan is to do some gigs. So yeah, WitchRune.
Very cool.
With Ancient Limbs, the same thing, basically. Well, a little bit different. I've been working on that for a while, and it's basically kind of like my solo project at this moment. I'm writing all that music, and the lyrics, and even like the cadence, like the rhythm of the words. So I'm really picky about it. So like like for the first single, the one, I appreciate you guys been playing it. I know like
Drowning.
Yes, sir. Yeah, multiple times. So I definitely appreciate that.
We also have it on the metal show that we're going to do in July on the 27th, which is Rune and Ancient Limbs.
I like that. Yeah, Rune and Limbs.
Rune.
That's what the kids are saying. Yeah, you hear that? You hear that new limb single?
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I'm writing all that, and then I tracked everything with the exception of the vocals. I had a friend that had already tracked the vocals on the first single, who got busy with other stuff, and he like left out of the project. So I made sure it was still okay to use his stuff. He said, yeah, it's fine. So I was able to get that. And then I did program all the drums, but then I hired Joe Lowry, who is a great drummer and a great guy. And like, he's just like one of the people in this scene that I really respect because he's doing a lot, you know, like he's doing, as far as I know, it's all like in the scope of metal, but you know, there's a band called like Aletheia. That's the lead singer's last name. That's more like in the power metal vein, I believe, or like traditional metal, however you want to say it. And then he's also in a band called Noxus, which is a death metal band. And then Nunslaughter, who they tour like all over the world, which is I don't know how to describe.
I've played Nunslaughter.
Yeah, right. So
Yeah, I
they're
like
well
them.
known. Yeah, and like Jim Kanye, who was like who had passed away, but like he used to be in Nunslaughter, and he's like well respected by
I wouldn't
me.
say that. I wouldn't say they're Lamb of God level. They're like the step below. Like if you had A and B, Nunslaughter would be right below Lamb of God. I think, right?
I mean, they're
There's a
no.
controversial one for you. What do you think?
I don't know. I just like they're both metal,
Yeah.
but I mean, like, yeah, I get what you're trying to say. It's like there's bands that are just well respected underground bands, and then you have like more mainstream bands. So, but like, yeah, like Nunslaughter would definitely be one of those bands, and yeah, but Joe, you know, Joe Lowry, he did the drums on the first one. Like I had the room set up a little different when he was here, but basically what you see, like there's drums behind me. He came here and tracked it, and then I sent the track to Noah at Mercenary Studios, who's you know for the genre of metal, like specifically death metal, he's probably like the go-to. He is the go-to person in Cleveland, where you know people, you know, and even like in this region are going to him. He plays guitar and does backing vocals in Nunslaughter. So
Who is that again?
Noah, I believe his last name is Calder, but Noah at
We got to
Mercenary.
check him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Jim's
do.
already writing it down.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I sent you. I had a little like bio for the Drowning release.
Yeah, I've seen it. Dude, I've seen so many bios.
Yeah, I try to
So
do that. Like,
many.
I think it's really cool. Like, you know, I mean, whatever you can do, like, to be professional, of course, but like, that's, I don't know how many people do that now. You have like EPKs and stuff, but just like the one sheet bio is, I think, is really cool. Like, kind of, and like having the logo on it, it's sort of like
Yep.
like a
I thought
throwback.
I loved the logo you have for Ancient Limbs. I love that font, and I like the way you have the green. I'm a big fan of that green color. As you could tell, I put it on the flyer. And did you notice I spelled your name right there, Matthew Robert Brown?
I like that.
I
He's gonna be
apologize. It's been
Hey,
a long
it's
week
not a big deal,
With two
man.
T's. Yeah.
with 2 T's.
I was like, or I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, all right. So I got one more question for you. This is probably going to be the last question, but I got one more big question for you because we like controversial stuff. All right, but we're not going to hit you too hard. All right. So you know the CMAs are in the news lately. I'm sure you've seen it all over Facebook.
Okay.
Okay, and you heard about like the voting, how they're talking about like people are gaming the system and people that honestly shouldn't win certain categories are winning certain categories because they're overloading they're stuffing the ballot box basically with emails. How do you feel about that? How do you think that the CMA should do the voting if that voting that I just told you doesn't work? You're on the spot.
So I just want to understand correctly, like they're basically like there's an online form and they're just like voting as many times as they can, like that type of thing.
Yeah, so right now it's you write in the nomination, and if you're selected, if you get enough votes for a nomination and write-ins, then you're listed in the category. But then it's done by your peers. So, but what's happening is they can't track down every IP address, so people are making multiple emails and then voting like one band will get 9,000 votes, and then the other band will get like 50. But it's a lot of it is people just stuffing the ballot box, basically. Voting over and over and over again for one I don't know. I just don't think it's fair that way.
It definitely isn't, but I think, it's that's just, you gotta play the game, I guess, right? And like, yeah, there's people with like bots and like where they can even just like even like with like Spotify or something, like I've met people before where I just met this guy the other day and he's like, yeah, check out my music. Like he's like a rapper. And I go and I look on his Spotify. And it's like nothing against him, but I'm just like, man, he's got like a lot of plays on here. I'm like, I don't want to be rude and ask him, but like, I'm kind of thinking like, I never heard of this dude. How does he have like millions and millions of plays? It's like, because people can pay for that kind of thing,
Absolutely. You could do the same thing with views for a podcast. You can pay for them.
I thought you were meant like 1,000 views is a lot, but when you just said 1 million, it's like, wait a minute. You know how long it takes for 1 million people to vote?
Or
to
click
like
on
it?
your stuff. Yeah.
It's a lot of people.
It's like a dirty game, but I guess the only thing you can really do is like learn how to play it, and if you get good at like automating, or using AI to do this kind of stuff, or you can just be like,
don't hate the player, hate the game.
Just be above it, I guess, like find a way, but unfortunately that's kind of part of it now. Like, people are gonna, or maybe they just really have dedicated fans where they're like, can you imagine like one person just sitting there and sending that same email, like spending like hours out of their day? That's sort of like,
that's dedication.
Yeah. So it's like,
or obsession,
or getting paid.
Or
but
crazy.
The person took the time to do that. I guess it still means something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, later in the show, we're going to talk about the CMAs. We're not going to hang them, just so you guys know. But we have some things that we're going to bring up, maybe some thoughts or suggestions for them, some of my thoughts. And then, so that's what we have later in the show. But this has been Outlaw Radio with Matthew Robert Brown of WitchRune and the Ancient Limbs. Matthew, can you tell us where you'll be? Well, can you tell us when you'll be putting new music out and how soon that might be for us?
Yes, sir. So with WitchRune, they did recently release a single. I'm not sure if that's the one you guys had put on. I can't speak for them because I just have to check with them first. I don't want to misrepresent.
You're not the leader.
Yeah, I'm not just, I'm just doing it. But Ancient Limbs, that's me, So
okay, gotcha.
I have the second single, all guitars tracked, all the bass tracked, all the drums programmed, and then the vocals we already did them, but I think the vocals sort of like wants to go back and like redo some. And then I'm gonna bring Joe back. So long story short, I think the next single should be released in the next couple months. And since you guys are being cool like this, like playing my music, playing WitchRune music, invite me to the show. I want to when it is ready, I want to like just premiere it on your show. If that's
You got
that's
it.
Awesome. You got it, man. You heard it first on Outlaw Radio. Yes, we love doing that. We've done it with Conspiracy 216 and some other bands. We love doing that, man. We'll feature it all week long and tell people it's coming. Yeah, it'd be super cool.
The more the bands promote themselves, the happier we are here too. We have to both do it together.
You tell them the name of it, and you don't play it for anybody all week long, and then you debut it on the show.
Yeah, I have to time it out in the right way, so it hits your show before it hits like streaming and
exactly.
But this is all like kind of what separates amateur from professional is like having a timeline and just like it's all about building a hype and whatever I can do to return a favor to you guys by cross promoting, and I'm all about doing that, of course.
All right,
Cool.
super cool. All right, guys. Well, this has been Matthew Robert Brown of WitchRune and Ancient Limbs. Thank you so much for coming on the show. We appreciate it. You rock, man. And yeah, that was very cool. Good
Thank
job.
you, Matthew. Yes. Hope
Thank
to
you
see you
so much.
soon.
All right, Jim, we're going to play some tunes, all right?
Okay.
All right. Yeah, man, that was great. And I can't wait for the new stuff to come out. This is Dwayne Albert, Gun Sale at the Church.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Pack up the kids and take a break, get away. Yeah, leave the hustle and bustle and a living from day to day. Well, I know that the crime in the city is getting worse. So we're all going down to the gun sale at the church. Yeah, now my baby's all set to have us a real good time. Baby Johnny got fins, but he don't seem to mind. Well, now my family's all ready to pray at the holy purge. So we're all going down to the gun sale at the church. Well, I asked the Lord to forgive us for all our sins. When I look at the lettuce in cold-blooded fire and pins. Well, there's two main men now, Jesus and old John Birch. So we're all going down to the gun sale at the church. Come on now. When I asked the Lord to forgive us for all our sins. When I look at the lettuce in cold-blooded fire and pins. Said now pack up the kids and take a break, get away. Yeah, leave the hustle and bustle and a living from day to day. Well, I know that the crime in the city is getting worse. So we're all going down to the gun sale at the church. So we're all going down to the gun sale at the church. So we're all going down to the gun sale at the church.
I had hoped that we could be forever in between. We're not, but that's how it is. We were so in love, like it was never enough. But now the days gone by, as I sit here thinking of us, it's no surprise the words just get stuck in my throat, and I end up in choke. Ooh, 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 the days go on by, and there's not a single one I can get you out of my mind. Oh, 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 thousand miles a mile away, either or I can't think about you again. A bitter sweet. Remember when we danced and danced the time we had away. I can still see when I close my eyes, just smile brightly as the day. But now it's all gone, the rights, the wrongs, but the feeling come back and don't stay too long. You just have to admit when it's gone, it's gone. As I'm sitting here writing the same damn song. Ooh, 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 the days go on by, and there's not a single one without you on my mind. Thousand miles a mile away. Either or, I can't escape the thought of all our precious memories. I know the things that I didn't do. I'm so sorry, the past I can't undo. Believe me when I say it's true. I only lied because I loved you. No, thousand miles an hour away. Either or, I can't escape the pain of all our precious memories. I know the things that I did hurt you. The past is past, there is no redo. Even though I cannot see it, after everything, I just can't love you.
Wow, what an ending.
Wow, those surprise endings. Outlaw Radio here, baby.
That was such a sudden ending. I'd like to hear that
It
again,
was.
but I guess maybe
The thing
later.
is, while that song was playing, Jim, and by the way, Jim loved that song. I also thought it was really good too. And Jim loved it and kept talking excessively through the whole song
And ruined
about
it
how
for
much
him.
he liked it, and he didn't ruin it for me.
Okay.
But when it ended, we were still talking, and we were like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah,
it
that
ended.
boom, it was done.
Boom.
Well, I liked the tone of everything. I liked the way the drum, snare, and bass were in the middle, and it had a little bit of a different tone. I like that.
Yeah,
Good job.
it was very good. All right, Jim, what do you have coming for next week?
Well, we have some very good stuff coming, and it includes interview with Marty Schleckman.
Marty, I know you're watching the show right now.
He lives in Florida right now. Was in a band with him in high
And-
school.
Hold on a second. Don't say anything yet. I have something to show you guys. Mr. Marty Schleckman. Right there.
That is right.
There you are in the corner. You might have to zoom in on it, but that's him in Florida wearing the official Outlaw Radio shirt.
Not everybody.
Not
gets the
that shirt.
Official one.
That's right here. This is for our fans and listeners, but he's got the official one. So, Marty, thank you so much for ordering that shirt from us. And thank you for wearing it everywhere.
And thank you for your help. And we can't wait to see you
No,
this
it's
coming week.
great.
Also, we have Clevelander, youngster, blues extraordinaire, Josh Donato.
Gunslinger.
Yes. Didn't we see him? We saw him a couple nights ago.
Yeah, we saw him at Smedley's
And
on
he-
Thursday night.
Yeah, and I was getting ready to leave, and he walked up to me and said, "Do you want to play?" And I said, "Heck yeah!" So I played a bit, and with Sully, he was playing the sax.
Yep.
And the young drummer, I really liked him, and I don't really know anybody else in the band other than the lead singer, but it was really cool.
It was actually one of your best live performances.
But you didn't say that until just now.
Yeah, well,
So good. I was wondering if it sounded okay.
one night at Whiskeyville, you let loose on the guitar, and then that night at Smedley's.
Really?
Yep.
I just kind of.
Top 2 performances of Jim Bellinger.
Well, what do you
Mr.
know?
Noble.
Josh let me use his Les Paul. Had a really nice feel.
Yeah,
to
great
it.
tone.
And you know,
Great tone.
he's not huge on pedals. You know, I just
Great
like that
tone.
clean tone with a little bit of grunge, and I'm happy. I don't need all that fancy crap. So,
What else do we have coming?
we have music by Avoid, A space Void, a void, not avoid. Dead.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad
It's from Spokane, Washington. Not
Ooh.
Spokane.
I
Spokane.
never know how to pronounce that.
Yeah.
That city.
We're from Ohio. What do you expect?
Also, we have the Joe Davis Band. So what's up with them?
Hell. Joe Davis Band. Kick-ass band. Yeah, remember we had them on a little while ago, and we couldn't do a live video feed. It got all messed up, so we had to do a call-in. It's a couple shows back. And he is so very interesting. He's had dinner with Gene Simmons. He knows the band Megadeth. He knows a lot of people in the music biz, and we didn't even really get into that stuff with the interview. What interview went too fast, and then we were out of time because we were on a time frame, guys.
So we're going to have a really good interview with Joe Davis.
Yeah.
And hopefully, who he knows, maybe we could get some great metal players on the band.
Yeah.
You know,
that show is going to be a tactical nuke. So Joe Davis, we're looking forward for.
This is one to definitely not miss, everybody.
All right, who else do we have coming?
My Cleveland Project. As you all know, we played with them a couple times in the past few months, and we have our release out. What's the name of that song? My World?
My World?
Yeah, I remembered. Wow.
Yeah.
So they're a great group of people. A lot of fun always. And who is this? Oh, I guess we're playing one of my songs.
Oh, Mr. Moonlight
Yeah,
again.
Mr. Moonlight. Whoever that is. I wonder what song this be. I don't know. It is a mystery. Guess who else is on?
Who else?
Midnight Whiskey Massacre.
From the United Kingdom.
Yes. Like those United Kingdom bands.
Yeah,
Definitely.
our following went up quite a bit last week on YouTube, and thank you so much for the fans watching the show, and thank you for everything. It's been really fun, but our views went up a lot.
Isn't that
And
something?
United States, still number one, of course. United Kingdom, number two, followed by Canada. No longer Nigeria.
Nigeria has kind of faded a little bit.
Nigeria is no longer interested in us.
Well, I hope they could rock out still there in their own way. What are they going to do without us? So there's another, Still in Darkness.
Oh, yeah, that's Monica's band.
Okay. Awaiting Abigail.
Yeah. Play them on the show again today.
The Rising Fall.
Oh, yeah. They have 2 new songs that they sent me today.
Oh, yeah.
That we have to get on next.
and
They're so good.
Oh, you heard them both already.
Heard them both
God,
already.
You're really working overtime. Plus, you worked today, too. So.
I did on Mother's Day.
And you got to work early. You got extra hours.
I did.
There's
Because I couldn't
also
sleep.
a band called Satellite Sinners.
Yep, brand new song coming to us.
Satellite Sinners.
Cool name, right? Cool name.
I can't think of the Satellite of Love. What is that back in the 70s? I can't remember. Anyways, Tempest was another band.
Yeah, Tempest. That's Mickey Baby's band.
Oh, Mickey Baby. And isn't Mickey supposed to be on in a few minutes, hopefully?
Mickey.
We'll see.
We'll see. Wait, hold on. Where you at, Mickey? Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. You'll find you blew my mind. Hey, Mickey.
Is she on yet? Okay. Okay, there's
All right,
another
what
band.
else we got going on?
12, the number 12.
12.
Dash Gauge Confessional. 12 Gauge Confessional. We'll have to see
That's
what they have to say and do.
Another cool band name.
And finally, we have Stone of Contortion.
Yeah.
Dad, these are all unusual names, aren't they? Stone of you're contorted or something? How does a stone contort? I guess maybe once
Stone of
drugs.
Contortion. I don't know. Guys, what does that mean?
Oh, maybe we'll find out.
Maybe they're
Hey,
watching
and,
the show.
We also have our paranormal chef will be back on May
When's
25th.
he coming back?
On the 25th with a look at Helltown. And
Helltown,
we
baby.
have the Zack Attack will also be on the show, and he updates us with the latest metal music information and tidbits. So it's always nice to listen to Zach.
Yeah, he's been working on it night and day. No, he told
He's
me
good.
the other day
He's a
got
good
some
speaker, and
Yeah.
he's interesting.
Yeah, it should be a very good show. That's the end of the month. Very cool. And then, what else do we have
Well,
coming?
finally, I definitely wanted to mention this big time. Don't forget, we have a new show called The Nation. That's right, a new show called The Nation, airing on Thursday nights starting May 29th.
Cool.
And the best part is we have our first real live guest on the show. And I've known her for many decades. Her name is Leslie Fugit. And
Leslie.
she is going to have some great information. And she's going to talk primarily to this guy about what they're going to talk about. What's that again?
Dolores Cannon.
Oh, there you go.
She loves Dolores Cannon. The whole idea about the Nation is Johnny Rocker came up with the idea of calling Outlaw Radio Nation, but we're
did he?
Outlaw Radio Show. So what we did was we came up with a Thursday show for 1 hour called The Nation. We play nothing but local music. So we're going to play all local Cleveland, Ohio music, okay? Metal, rock, outlaw country, obviously, and maybe even some hip-hop stuff, R&B. I do like R&B, and I do like funk.
A bit, a teeny bit.
Like psychedelic, so
bit.
you might see that stuff creeping in.
Just a teeny
Yeah, teeny bit. So you might see a little bit of that. But the whole idea was to bring on friends and family and listeners to the show. So our interviews would be more community-based, okay? So like, for instance, Leslie. She's been a longtime friend of Jim's. Want to bring on Brooke, talk about her little Huffy bike. Maybe that's an option. Maybe she'll say yes.
Yeah,
Who knows?
I have
That's
to talk to her about that.
Brooke, I'm saying it to you right now. So
Yeah, my daughter Brooke, she's one heck of a songwriter.
yes.
She's only written a few songs because she just kind of gave it up because she's busy with the family now and stuff, but she's a better songwriter than I am. I'm so happy to say that. It's so nice.
I love
And
her
there's
little
one
song
song
called, yeah,
that
go ahead.
you
introduce it.
absolutely love, Please Return My Bicycle. She did this CD
Yeah.
for a college project, Earlham College in Indiana, and she had me. I was the sound man. We set it up in the music department, and she played her entire CD. I think 6 songs on her guitar, and she blew everybody away. The music director of Earlham College, when she after the show, when everybody was walking up to Brooke and saying hi and everything, she actually did this to Brooke.
Very cool.
She did this. That's how blown away she was. And then I played the Brooks little CD for Jeff, and he's never stopped talking about it.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
I gotta get the guts to
It's
ask
very
her to do it
chill.
because she doesn't really want to play her music. Doesn't want me to play her music. So I'm thinking if we get her on the show, hey Brooke, get you on the show. Can we do?
Well, you're basically saying it right now, Jim. So, Brooke, we'd like to have you on the show. We'd like to talk about your song, about your Huffy bike. I love it. And I think our fan base would love it too. It's the cutest thing I ever
It's
heard.
so heartwarming. You're just gonna
Yes.
love it. It's so
Yeah, it's so good.
authentic and real. I mean, it actually happened. She left her bike out in the front yard. How can she leave her Huffy in the front yard?
Yep.
So it's gonna be
Someone stole it.
it'll be a darn shame if she
little
turns
yellow
us
Huffy
down
bike.
because we've talked so much
Yeah.
about it. But
Really talked it up for you, Brooke. Also, so that's what we want to do. We want to bring on friends, family, listeners, the whole bit. Bring them on as guest interviews. So you might get the call from us. You know, I'm sure it's coming. You know, if we don't put you on Outlaw Radio, we're definitely going to put you on The Nation. So The Nation's going to be more community, like I said, and it should be a lot of fun. And also, before I forget, if anybody out there knows what this shirt is, you get to win one of these shirts.
that's
Tell us
right.
your size. You can call in on
I
the
didn't know.
hotline. And what's our number? 216-484-5120. You like that?
Good job on that one. Was that memorized actually?
I memorized that.
Oh man!
All right, Jim,
I
we're
better
gonna-
do that. Well, I wanted to add one thing.
Nope, we're done.
Oh, okay, we're done. But Leslie, she's going to be on the show for an hour. We're going to talk to her for an hour. We have a bunch of songs, but we're going to be out on the back porch at my house, hopefully. So it's just really exciting to actually have someone live on the show. So
Yeah, there'll be a lot of fun. So yeah, we could also do things where we could do different locations, like remote. I don't know about that, but definitely on your patio. Should also cook steaks that night
yeah,
with teriyaki
why not?
sauce and
Yes.
vegetables. I'll cook. I do it for a living. I used to do it full time.
I like your cooking,
Now I'm a radio personality.
and I'm trying to be one.
We're both trying. Damn hard.
Very hard.
Anyway, we are nominated for Best Radio Station. That's pretty freaking cool, right?
I still don't know how that happened.
Yeah, people voted. That's what happened.
That's the scene, right? The scene.
Yeah, that's funny that you said that. I don't know how it happened. Hey, this is funny. And let me say this before we play some music about not knowing how it happened, right? So I was voting for Best Podcast. I was voting for ourselves for Best Radio Show because I wanted to compete with like Alan Cox and them, right? We win Best Radio Station. And what's interesting about that, Jim, is that we didn't vote for ourselves for that because we were going for those other categories, right?
Yes.
So what's interesting is you guys did that.
Surprising, actually.
It's really freaking great.
We didn't get best entertainment podcast or music podcast or whatever they are, but we got radio station.
No, I really wanted to win
That-
2 years in a row.
Along
Best
with
news.
WMMS. I mean, that makes no sense. They're 24/7 on, 24 hours a day, and we're on once a week or maybe twice now coming up, and we're lumped in with them. I love it. I love it. I think it's great to be on that, and it's even better than a podcast, I think. Heck
Well-
yeah, we're the big boys. Maybe we could beat WMMS. What do you think?
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to play 2 songs in a row, and then we're going to talk about the Cleveland Music Awards.
107's probably going to, what we saying, maybe they're going to win it.
Yeah, well, I have a lot of things to say. So stay tuned. When we come back, Cleveland Music Awards on the rant. All right, so I got some new songs for you. Distant Sun Rising with Angel in Your Bed, followed by Mr. Moonlight's Yard Work. Pretty cool.
Face of an angel curled up in your bed, a smile on her face as she slept. If you could keep her there, if you could keep her there for the rest of your life, you'd be a lucky man. Or do you think you are? And the one thing she asked of you was never out of her head. Looking at the angel lying in your bed, the only thing you're thinking is the last word she said.
weeds growing in the garden. Yard work. Come up to me. You don't have to stay. Just let the hedge keep coming your way. Yard work. 'Cause there's nothing worse than lousy weeds growing in the garden. If you don't like the taste of my stuff, beg my pardon. Yard work. Yard work. Yard work. Grass is growing, and I like your flavor. Don't you know that's what I gave her? Some yard work. 'Cause there's nothing worse than lousy weeds growing in the garden. If you don't like the taste of my stuff, beg my pardon. 'Cause there's nothing worse than lousy weeds growing in the garden. If you don't like the taste of my stuff, beg my pardon. Yard work. Yard work.
Hi, this is Jeff James,
And this is Mr. Moonlight.
and you're listening to Outlaw Radio. Fantastic job, Jim.
Oh, thank you. Wasn't bad, I guess.
Hey, what was that sound?
It's my mic
Are
stand.
you sure it was?
It's my mic stand.
Hey, Diane Baker said it sounded like Grateful Dead-esque.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Really? Grateful Dead.
Yard work.
It's pretty cool.
What's that song about?
Well, it's not about doing yard work,
Oh,
actually.
no.
That's all I'm going to say. Leave it up to your imagination. It could be about yard work. That's the thing. It could be. So you don't know.
Is it hard work?
No, it's pretty sloppy work.
Now people are like, oh, that song's
Uh-oh.
about blowjobs.
Oh, no. No, it's not about that.
No, it's not. You said sloppy. I was thinking something. My bad.
That's okay. You're probably close.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's fantastic. All right. So, yeah, you heard Mr. Moonlight's new song, Yard Work, never played on Outlaw Radio or anywhere else. But after tonight, you'll be able to find it on Rockstar Radio Underground on Live 365 on Mr. Moonlight Show on Monday night.
That is right.
You could also hear it on the Morning Wood Show daily from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Monday through Sunday.
Is that right?
That's right. Bobby Beavers does that show. And then you can also hear it on Outlaw Radio Nation, 2 hours uninterrupted music. You actually have 3 songs in that,
Nice.
right?
Very good.
And that is Thursday nights, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Pretty cool, huh?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, awesome.
Hope you liked it.
Hi, this is Jeff James,
And this is Mr. Moonlight.
and you're listening to Outlaw
twice.
Radio. All right, and then before that, we heard Distant Sun Rising with Angel in My Bed.
Liked it.
Yeah, I liked it too. It's pretty smooth, right?
Yeah.
Had a very sexy vibe to it.
Very cool.
That's very cool. Oh, so let's see. Without my glasses on, my man in the green shirt, forgive me, first time watching, but you look like John Lennon.
Really? I do?
without his glasses on.
Oh, what do you know? I sing just like him too, actually.
John Lennon.
Johnny boy. No more Mr. Moonlight.
I don't know.
Well, thank you, but
Thank you very
it's a nice
much.
dream.
Watch out, man.
Matthew Gutka.
All right. I have to do it, Jim. It's time. The time has
I
come.
just had to itch my armpit. Sorry.
So, as everybody knows, we have been nominated for Best Radio Station on the Cleveland Scene Awards, the best of.
That is so good.
Very cool. Like I said earlier, we're voted by our fans and our fan base and our listeners and our friends and our family and blah, blah, blah. Very cool. Super
Very
happy about it.
surprised.
We're up against tough competition.
Yes, we are.
WMMS,
Wow, they're a little tough, aren't they?
Windows 7.3,
Ooh.
right? Rockstar Radio. I don't know, Jim.
What else? There were a few others.
And there's one more, I can't think of it.
Tactical nuke incoming!
We're coming for you, Rockstar Radio. You hear me? We're coming for you. We grew up watching WMMS, The Buzzard.
Yes, we did. Way back, I remember that. That was such a cool show.
Awesome. We still love The Buzzard. I listen to him all the time.
Me too.
Great show. 107.3, alternative rock. I listen to it every now and then. I like The Buzzard. I like 98.5, 97.5, 106.5.
Yeah.
All those .5s are great.
Yeah, it is.
Right? All right, so the rant. And this goes out to Janine Spring. CMA Awards. Just a few things that we thought about and I thought about through the past week. All right? Well, Jim, the CMAs in Cleveland are the talk of the town this week, right?
Yes, they are.
All right, so it seems that last year's award show had issues. We both know. The voting is flawed with overstuffing of the ballot box, with tons of email addies, just voting like a bunch of gamers, in an overblown popularity contest, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the CMAs, Cleveland Music Awards, is a Cleveland and surrounding area music award show. It celebrates all the bands, musicians, promoters, managers, and live music owners that make up the Cleveland music community. The Cleveland Music Awards provide the perfect setting for acknowledging those artists where hard work, dedication are voted upon by the community in the popularity contest, Jim.
Yeah, it is a popularity contest. Somewhat. What you going to do about it, though? I mean, what are the alternatives? How do you fix it? You know.
I have some ideas, and they're just my opinions, okay? The Cleveland Music Awards are produced by an award-winning event producer born and raised in the Cleveland area. He produces the Ventura County Music Awards and many other events in California, North Carolina, and Ohio. His goal is to bring the Cleveland music community together. On the side note, Jim, there was no program guide at the Cleveland Music Awards. Remember I kept saying to you, I'm like, they need to have a program guide.
Oh, that's right. There wasn't.
How do you know what's coming up next?
I think they just tell you.
Seems so basic. No, but it was just like there wasn't anything. I'm old school. I want something I can hold in my hand, something I can keep afterwards, not just the ticket. I want a program guide. I want to be able to look in that guide and see all the pictures of the or maybe not all the pictures, but at least their names of the nominees. So when I'm like 95, I could sit back and be like, I once was in this. Right?
That was really good acting right there.
My old man.
Dang.
My God.
Just stop it.
Damn kids. They're program guides. Hey, my mom and dad still get the TV guide.
No.
Yeah.
Do they even have that?
Yeah, they still have the TV guide.
What? It's online, obviously, right?
Yeah, it's online, but my mom still gets the TV guide, the handheld TV guide.
Remember we used to get...
We still get the plain dealer at my mom
on
and dad's.
Friday, you used to get the TV guide or something like that. I'm forgetting. I delivered the press too way back.
They still have newspaper, Jim. There's still people out there that subscribe the plain dealer.
I read it every once in a while.
Yeah. So people like that. And that's the thing about Scene Magazine. I have last year's edition of the Best of 2024, where Loud and Local, my show that I brought Jim on, won Best News Podcast.
That's pretty cool. Congratulations with that one.
Yeah, very cool.
So we're trying to do it again this year, folks.
But we're not going to do Best News Podcast because we didn't make it.
No, we didn't.
Which is odd because we're a radio show and we're a podcast. So we're like a variety type show, right? When we play music by a lot of local bands. So it's a weird kind of spot to have us in. But we'll talk about that, okay?
Yeah, it certainly is. Up with WMMS.
Yeah, it seems very basic to me that
107.
you wouldn't have a program guide. For us old folks, and let's also say this, a lot of the people that were at the show are older. I'd say like 30 and up, and those guys are the ones that have money, disposable incomes. I don't know. Think about it. All right, the other pet peeve, ticket sales. This was a total pain in the ass last year. Could not get the freaking site to take my payment. Then just to find out after I got tickets, they're giving a bunch tickets away for free. Okay, so here it is. If you're going to give away the tickets, give them to radio shows where you have an opportunity to win them, and then it's great PR for the Cleveland Music Awards. Like, we would give some away. I'm sure a lot of our listeners, Matt Guca, Diane Baker, My Cleveland Project, those guys, they'd love to win those tickets. Don't you think?
Yeah, oh, definitely, yes.
All right, here's another one. How about a little social mixer before the whole thing gets going with the nominees only? Cool idea.
I think so.
Yeah, be nice to see of our friends. Okay. Also, why was there no media there?
You think there should have been.
Remember we were sitting
how
there?
How could there not have been?
Remember we were sitting there and I was looking around and I go, there is no media here. There may have been a guy out front by the red carpet. I know he was taking pictures for a certain like website, but there should have been like somebody standing there, like talking to him.
Well, maybe
People
this
are
year
coming
they'll be able to pull that off.
Yeah. You know, at the Comedy Awards show that they do in Cleveland, they do all that stuff. They're very like, it's very show-like. Like you're going to an event, you're going to a show, you're going to see a show, right? It's very well produced. We're not putting down the Cleveland Music Awards, but it seems like it's not produced like a show. It's kind of just like thrown together. All right.
Yeah, they changed venues too, didn't they? But it seems to be they were in a real big venue and then they changed venues, but that's a real big venue too. So I hope it works out better.
It is big. All right, Jim, they should also send out, you know, they do this thing too where if you're nominated, you get to send in your picture and then that picture gets put on like all the social media stuff and it says your nominees for best singer, you're nominated for best singer songwriter, and has your picture in it, and they have them all together. And if you remember when we were at the CMAs, which was also very cool, very good move when you put it up on the big screen. That was a good move because the people nominated really loved that stuff. Remember that?
Yeah, I do. Yes.
And I was up there with Phyllis.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Philly. Loud and Local.
Phyllis, yes.
Yeah.
That's what can you say?
Now she's with Rock Radio.
Yes, she is.
We're coming for you, Rockstar Radio.
And they're actually nominated too, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
There is also another DC and Company. DC
thank you so much
radio.
because I could not remember it.
Yes, so
I've never watched it, but they're a hip hop podcast. Like we're a rock and roll, metal, outlaw country. They're a hip hop podcast.
So again, the best radio station nominees: 100.7 WMMS, 7.3 Alternative Cleveland,
the Alternative,
DC and Company Radio, Us Outlaw Radio, and finally ending it off, Rockstar Radio. So we'll see what happens.
Rockstar Radio. That one's for you. Okay. So my thing is about sending out the PR picks. What they should do is they should all have to be in at a certain time, and then they go through them, and then all of them go up at the same time. You shouldn't have it where, say somebody in your category that you're against has their PR pick up for 10 days before yours even goes up. I think that's a little unfair. Call me petty if you want. Don't be petty. If you're going to be petty, be who?
Richard.
Richard Petty. Tom Petty.
Or Tom Petty.
Richard Petty.
Richard Petty. That's his imaginary brother.
That's fantastic. Okay. Man, Jim, that's great. Also, here's one for you.
Richard.
They're talking about doing the CMAs where they're having the bar owners, the venues, have a third of the vote. How do you feel about that?
I'm a little bit torn on that idea. I don't really know what to say about that. They could try different things because and it's always a hard thing to figure out how to be the fairest with this, and they're coming up with different ideas, obviously. Why not have a bar owner give their input?
Well, here's my thing. I'll say this. What if you're a producer or a director of film, or you're a podcast? Do all these venue owners watch all these podcasts? Are they going to watch these podcasts? Are they going to go through, or are they just going to, I don't know. I'm afraid of being political, you know.
It's very difficult to try to figure all that out, really.
And also not all venues book all styles of music. Sometimes there's more places that do more metal than they do, like, say, country or folk or whatever.
I don't know.
Funk, right? Okay. I will say this. The red carpet intro into the venue was very, very nice. That was a long red carpet.
That was.
And that was very nice. The music was great. All the bands, all the performances, all the emceeing, all the introductors of the categories were very good. The guy from Rockstar Radio, can't remember your name right now, he did a really good job. He did the metal thing where After the Apocalypse won, which is a damn good band. Okay, we've played them many times. All right. The only thing was, it was just so dang loud.
Oh, it was unbearable, actually. When we got there, there were a ton of people outside in front of the auditorium standing there, and then we're thinking, wow, there must be a lot of people here. And no, they were out in the hallway because it was so loud, right?
Yeah.
But there were maybe 100 people inside, but
You know, it was super loud. That we moved to the back because we couldn't take it. And then we eventually went out there. And, you know, we got something to eat. But, yeah, it was definitely interesting. Okay. Here's the other thing. What do you think about if you're a sponsor of the Cleveland Music Awards and you're also a nominee? Do you think, and I would hate this, I'm not saying favoritism. I'm just saying it doesn't seem kind of like.
yeah, without naming names, I guess.
I'm not going to name any names, but doesn't seem, I don't know. Just thoughts. Okay. All right. So this is what I'm going to say. I think the CMAs have the potential of being a really great event in Cleveland. I also think that Mark Ross has a gold mine on his hands if he plays it right. It's also great for all the local radio shows, the producers, the labels, the venues, the musicians, the DJs, all of them. They should include best music photographers. They should have best music podcasts. They should separate best radio stations, best DJs. How about getting a bigger local act to open the show, like Machine Gun Kelly, Carlos Jones?
That would be pretty cool. That would be good.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be super cool? All right. Well, Jim, I'm actually really looking forward to this year. We'll probably not be asked to be the media, but we can also go and just watch the show, support the show, and then report on it for Outlaw Radio later on, right?
Fair enough.
And last year, the Cleveland Music Awards had a little pre-show that they do. Or, I'm sorry, pre-event before the show. And we're definitely going to go to that, too.
Where is that?
Yeah, I don't know where
we'll
they
have
hit
to
it
figure
last
that
year. I
out, I
think it was
guess.
in the flats or
Yeah.
something. But yeah, Mark Ross, you see the phone number on there, 216-482-5120. If you want to call in, give us some responses to what we talked about tonight. And we have a whole bunch more ideas, and we're probably going to be doing the CMAs a few more times. What do you think about that, Jim?
I can't wait. Heck yeah.
I bet our fans just love it. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
All right, what do you think about playing some music?
No, that's a good idea right now.
All right, cool. All right, so we have a brand new act, Donna in the Time Band, followed by Freaky Things with Freak Show. Here we go.
Let's watch.
Time has come today, just 15, with a head full of teenage dreams. Thought she found the wrong side, was the right, and her future was in sight. But she knew what she lacked, singing opera in that 51 fastback. Journey start, but never end. Beginnings don't decide the end. Now it's my time to sing again, 'cause it's my time that never ends. Yes, it's my time. Yes, it's my time to sing again. As callous, psychedelicized at 19, when fate brought the fashion queen, flying here, flying there, plastic flowers on the streets of Times Square. She knew time was coming, but didn't know how fast the time was running. Journey start, but never end. It's the detours that decide the end. Now it's my time to sing again, 'cause it's my time that never ends. Yes, it's my time. The time has come today. Years of work and fun, lullabies and someone strong to help to carry on. The zombie came to life, the Mustangs loose, Brian and her brothers supplied the juice. From the apple to the plum, song suppressed, but never really gone. Journey start, but never end. to say again.
It's the dead of night. Swallow your hunger. Gotta fend for yourself. You're barely alive. Falling in line. Nothing left to kill. I know where to go. Take these chains and set me free. I know where to go. When you cage, just like me. It's a freak show. Come a little closer. Who's a freak? The freak show. Just a little closer, you freaks. Won't you come inside a carnival life? We got feet so straight. The girl with the eyes, a mongoloid eye. There's so many creatures. I know where to go. Take these chains and set me free. I know where to go. When you cage, just like me. It's a freak show. Who's a freak? Come a little closer. Freak show. You're a freak. Stand right up. Come in and join the show. Who's a freak? Are you just like me? You're a freak. An animal. Caged like me. Come in and join the show. Who's a freak? Are you just like me? You're a freak. It's a freak show. Come a little closer. Who's a freak? Freak show. Just a little closer. Step right up. It's a freak show. Who's a freak? Are you just like me? Freak show. Just a little closer. Step right up. You're in the show. Who's a freak? Yeah, you're just like me. You're a freak. You're a freak. You're a freak.
You're a freak. I love the way this song ends. Hi, this is Jeff James,
And this is Mr. Moonlight.
and you're listening to Outlaw Radio.
Oh,
All right,
Cool.
so you guys know what time it is, right? It's time for the shenanigans.
Shanae.
The shenanigans. I've been waiting for this all week, Jim.
So we're going to continue
So excited.
our discussion, or well, information about Elon Musk.
Yep.
And this is what is this, the second or third week?
Yeah.
well, today-
Second week.
Yeah.
Second week.
Today we're going to talk about, well, we're going to start off with SpaceX.
SpaceX.
Yes, with the big X there. In 2001, Musk became involved with the nonprofit Mars Society and discussed funding plans to place a growth chamber for plants on Mars.
Cool.
Seeking a way to launch the greenhouse payloads into space, Musk made 2 unsuccessful trips to Moscow to purchase intercontinental ballistic missiles from Russian company NPO, Lavochkin, and Kosmatras. Musk instead decided to start a company to build affordable rockets. With $100 million of his early fortune, Musk founded SpaceX in May 2002 and became the company's CEO and chief engineer. SpaceX attempted its first launch of the Falcon 1 rocket in 2006. I wonder how that went. Well, we'll see. Although the rocket failed to reach Earth orbit, it was awarded a commercial orbital transportation services program contract from NASA.
Hey, Jim. Did you know that I heard a conspiracy theory about that it was shot out of the sky by aliens?
What? No,
Yeah.
this is serious? Oh, okay. I don't know if I heard it. That's
I saw it when I was
crazy.
looking up stuff about Elon Musk because I looked up a whole bunch of stuff too.
Okay, so after 2 more failed attempts that nearly caused Musk to go bankrupt, SpaceX succeeded in launching the Falcon 1 into orbit in 2008. Good going there,
Good job,
Elon.
Elon.
Yes, still a youngster at that point.
Youngster.
Later this year, SpaceX received a $1.6 billion NASA contract for Falcon 9 launched Dragon spaceship flights to the International Space Station, the ISS, replacing the Space Shuttle after its 2011 retirement. I forgot that the Space Shuttle was retired, huh? It's been a while. I haven't been paying attention.
What do they have now?
Well, I don't know.
What do they send up there now? How did they get to the International Space Station?
I don't know. Let's read on. I probably don't think I'm going to have the answer here with that. But in 2012, the Dragon vehicle locked with the ISS.
There it is.
Again, that's the International Space Station, a first for a commercial spacecraft. Working towards its goal of reusable rockets, in 2015, SpaceX successfully landed the first stage of a Falcon 9 on a land platform. Later, landings were achieved on autonomous spaceport drone ships. That's a mouthful.
Autonomous means that there was no people on it?
Autonomous, maybe. I'm not really sure in this context.
Autonomous.
In 2000.
Autonomous!
Yeah, that's. I'm going to write a song about that. Autonomous.
Autonomous. That's a great song idea.
Aquarius, autonomous. You know, they're.
Yo,
same
my name
song.
is Autonomous.
So in 2018, SpaceX launched the Falcon Heavy. The inaugural mission carried Musk's personal Tesla roadster as a dummy payload. Since 2019, SpaceX has been developing Starship, a reusable super heavy lift launch vehicle intended to replace the Falcon 9 and the Falcon Heavy. In 2020, SpaceX launched its first crewed flight. Not crude as in crude, but as in a crew, a group of people. And it's called the Demo 2, becoming the first private company to place astronauts into orbit and dock a crewed spaceship with the ISS. You know what that is.
International Space Station.
That's right. Good going. In 2024, NASA awarded SpaceX a $843 million contract to deorbit the ISS at the end of its lifespan. That's quite a bit of money.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's like almost $1 billion.
It's nothing for him. It's pesos.
Dang. Okay, let's talk. I got one more thing. We're going to hurry on. The Starlink. We're going to talk about Starlink.
Starlink.
Yes.
Sounds like a band name. The
It could be.
Starlinks.
I think I want to join that band.
Yeah, the Starlinks.
Huh. I wonder why that isn't a band yet. Well, while you're thinking about that, in 2015, SpaceX began development of the Starlink constellation of low Earth orbit satellites to provide satellite internet access. There's a lot of words
Okay.
here to try to understand.
I have something to say about that. Low Earth orbit. I looked it all up because I was perplexed. Because when I saw SpaceX Starlink fly over one time, I thought to myself, how's that not fall out of the sky? But what happens is, like, planes can fly 36,000 feet. We're talking about 60,000 feet and above. I can't explain this in layman terms, but our Earth is spinning so fast, and the gravitational pull, it allows for Starlink to just gravitate in low Earth orbit, and it doesn't fall out of the sky. That's basically...
They find
how
the
it's
neutral
done.
point,
Yeah,
right?
neutral
Where there's
point.
like zero weight or something,
Dude,
or at least as close as they
that
can.
blows my mind. And so check this out, Jim. Very few people have ever been out of, past low Earth orbit, because going into space, that's like interstellar space. Low Earth orbit is up there too.
Didn't the ladies do that a couple weeks ago? The astronauts they are.
Yes, they.
If they're an astronaut, you know, I sell a Zenify, and it helps medical conditions. So does that mean I'm a doctor now?
Too bad it doesn't help mental health conditions. You could send. You could
I
send.
probably
those
could
girls,
use some of that.
You could send them. Too bad I don't have that picture anymore.
Continuing with Elon, after the launch of prototype satellites in 2018, the first large constellation was deployed in May 2019. The total cost of the decade-long project to design, build, and deploy the constellation was estimated by SpaceX in 2020 to be $10 billion. Wow. It's quite a big contract there, Elon.
Yeah, he's made a lot of money in contracts. But look at all the crazy stuff he's done.
$10 billion.
Dang.
Wow. That even to him, that's a little bit of money, right? Probably.
It's a lot of coin.
Yeah. During the Russian invasion of Ukraine, Musk provided free Starlink service to Ukraine. Totally cool, I guess, unless you don't want him to do that. Permitting internet access and communication at a yearly cost to SpaceX of $400 million. That's nothing compared to what it would cost
Jim,
this country.
Check this out. Do you know, as a conspiracy theory, and it's been put up by the Democrats, that they blame Starlink for giving you coordinates to strike Ukraine?
I wouldn't be surprised.
But in all honesty, it was actually the other way around, where Starlink was giving Ukraine coordinates on Russia.
A simple little bit of minor details, you know.
Just wanted to point that out.
Hey, he said Ukraine instead of Russia, or Russia instead of Ukraine. Minor detail.
Yeah.
Okay. However, Musk refused to block Russian state media on Starlink. In 2023, Musk denied Ukraine's request to activate Starlink over Crimea to aid an attack against the Russian Navy, citing fears of a nuclear response. Did you know any of this?
No, I've not. That's very cool.
Wow. Okay, one more little thing here. Tesla. Let's talk about Tesla for a minute.
Okay, sweet.
Tesla Inc. Originally, Tesla Motors was incorporated in July 2003 by Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning. Both men played active roles in the company's early development prior to Musk's involvement. Musk led the Series A round of investment in February 2004. I'm not sure what that means. He invested $6.3 million, became the majority shareholder, and joined Tesla board of directors as chairman. Okay, cool.
Jeez. Good job.
Musk took an active role within the company and oversaw Roadster product design. I'm not sure Roadster product design. but was not deeply involved in day-to-day business operations. Following a series of escalating conflicts in 2007 and 2008, financial crisis, we all remember that.
Yeah, I do.
Eberhard was ousted from the firm. Musk assumed leadership of the company. Yes, he did. Musk assumed leadership of the company as CEO and product architect in 2008. He does everything, doesn't he? He's the lead engineer right now, I think, of the whole thing. He's the head guy doing that.
Yeah.
So when people complain about him not doing everything, I'm sorry, he's there at the top with everything. How does he do that? And plus with the Doge and stuff like that, I don't know. The guy,
He's got a lot of great people working for him.
Yeah, he
That's
does.
for sure.
He's they didn't. I sent them my resume. They didn't call me. Damn it.
No.
No, I didn't send it. But
we did get a response from the White House.
yeah, they wanted to arrest me, I think.
Yes, they told us not to bring you to the White House to do
Yes.
any type of interview for Outlaw Radio.
Yes, right. So continuing on this sad note, a 2009 lawsuit settlement with Eberhard designated Musk as a Tesla co-founder, along with Tarpening and 2 others. So good for Elon. Tesla began delivery of the Roadster, an electric sports car, in 2008. Did you ever see that or hear about that? I don't know.
No,
The
I have
Roadster.
not.
It's a Tesla Roadster. With sales of about
not.
2,500 vehicles, it was the first mass production all-electric car to be lithium-ion battery cells. Under mask, I meant Musk with the U. Tesla has since launched several selling electric vehicles, including the 4-door sedan Model S, that's 2012, the crossover Model X 2015, the mass market sedan Model 3 2017, the crossover Model Y 2020, and the pickup truck Cybertruck 2023. Well, he's been
Jeez.
busy. I wonder how much he really gets involved in the details of everything there. It's pretty amazing.
Do you think he just tells his engineers his ideas and then they just come up with the stuff? I think that's what it is.
Well, I don't know. I heard some reports where he actually is doing the hard work there. He's the top guy. It's just amazing. So in May of 2020, Musk resigned from chairman of the board as part of the settlement of a lawsuit from SEC. What's that, the Security Exchange Commission or
Yes.
something like that? Over him tweeting that funding had been secured for potentially taking Tesla private. What do you know? The company has also constructed multiple lithium-ion battery and electric vehicle factories called gigafactories. Did you know about that? I didn't know about that.
I heard those batteries for Teslas were super expensive.
Oh.
I also heard how they've blown up.
Oh, I didn't know about that either.
Maybe that's a conspiracy. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Well, since its initial public offering in 2010, Tesla stock has risen significantly. It became the most
going up.
valuable car maker in the summer of 2020. Isn't that something? Let me read that again. Became the most valuable car maker, what, in the world, obviously, in 2020. And it entered the S&P 500 later that year. In October 2021, it reached a market capitalization of $1 trillion.
Jiminy
Amazing.
crickets. Jiminy.
The sixth company in U.S. history to do so. Huh. So he's not number one in that category. What a loser.
It's amazing. What a loser. Guy
Honest
sucks.
Gosh.
Democrats
So
are
am
right.
I going to stop right now? Should I stop?
Yeah.
Is that long enough? We'll continue
think
with
that was
Elon
fantastic.
Musk. I have a few more things. He has a solar city and Tesla Energy I'll be talking about next week, along with Neuralink. Yes, sirree.
Yeah, very cool.
And there's more to that also. So I hope you guys find this interesting. I know I do.
You're done with the Shanae?
Yeah, about time, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought that was excellent.
That was okay.
I love the Starlink stuff and SpaceX. I'm really into that. Not so much Tesla, cars, right? But the Starlink thing is cool. And it got me thinking about a lot of stuff. It got me thinking about President Reagan when he was talking about Star Wars, and he was talking about fighting a enemy from the unknown, right? We all know he was talking about aliens. And then
okay.
the other thing that got me thinking was we need to do a paranormal chef segment with Matt talking about the Black Knight satellite. Have you ever heard of that?
Just a little bit of talk what you were doing.
Yeah,
That's
well,
about
the
it.
Black Knight satellite is a satellite that's been in low Earth orbit for centuries and centuries that they can see with a they've been able to see with the telescope for a long time. They think it's an alien satellite just circling low Earth orbit. They call it the Black Knight because it looks like a knight from the chess table.
I did not know that, but I did hear about, I don't know if it's a satellite or what it is, but Russia, one of their contraptions finally crashed down in, I forget what ocean it was, or it did not hit anything and cause any damage, but that was up there for how many years now? But so that finally came down.
Yeah. Very cool, huh?
Okay, so I wanted to add that, hey, this is Wikipedia. Okay, this isn't me doing this. I'm just copying Wikipedia. They did a good job, though, didn't they?
Yeah, it did excellent.
Okay.
I thought that was pretty good, and there was nothing really negative in that. You know what I was thinking about when you were doing the shenanigans? I was thinking that maybe the next shenanigans you do about Elon Musk, maybe you could do something about his personal life, like the name of his kids and his wife and his family life and what he does when he's not doing all this stuff. Maybe there's some information about him.
I might be. Maybe I'll find that in Wikipedia. If not, I'll look a little.
And I would like to also know what his total net worth is, assets and everything. I would really like to know that.
I don't know either, but I think that's been spoken, though, that figure. It's obviously billions and billions.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
But why make up a figure? I'm not about to do that. That would be misinformation.
Right.
He's worth $15 trillion and not a penny more.
Oh, man, I looked up a whole bunch of stuff about conspiracy theories regarding Elon Musk. So probably next week when you do the shenanigans on him again, I want to read some of those off. I knocked out a few of them when you were doing it, but I can't remember them all. But that whole low Earth orbit thing really got me thinking.
And it's amazing how that Russian satellite could be in the atmosphere so long before it actually crashes. It blows me away.
Well, they say that very few people have ever actually been out of low Earth orbit. Maybe that's what they mean in the Bible by the, what do they call that, the veil? Or even Hillary Clinton actually said one time, sometime we'll be able to reach past the dome and out into outer space.
Somebody said that?
Right? It was Hillary Clinton that did some speech. Remember the guys? And she was talking about, like, it was the glass ceiling. Well, she'll break through the glass ceiling.
So for 1 minute, she wasn't blasting the Republicans?
It was during
Benghazi
trials. I don't know. It wasn't Benghazi. For you kiddies out there that don't know what Benghazi is. All right, Jim. Well, it's that time, man.
What
it's been
time
a long
is it?
show.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Played a bunch of great music.
I wish we had that third guest, but that's the way the ball bounces at times.
It's the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. Mickey, baby. Where are you, girl?
Oh, yeah, there's one thing I wanted to say about the CMAs or even the Scene Awards.
Yeah.
You know, I was going through them, and there's so many that I don't have a clue. You know, for the scene, you know, you have best activist, best apartment, best bed and breakfast, best charity or nonprofit, best college,
best funeral home,
best college radio station, best drag king, best drag queen, best
Asian massage parlor with happy ending.
What's TROUPE? Is that trope? Best drag troupe?
Troop.
What is
troop?
Yeah.
A trope? I'm not sure. What's the difference between a troop and a trope?
The way you pronounce it.
I don't know.
I think. So, and I was just thinking, there's so many categories that I have no clue about. And I just was thinking,
Best Brazilian wax.
you know how
wax?
you know how we vote, in the political elections where we have a bunch of, say there's a lot to vote on, this and that.
Best
and the other.
plumber.
Best judge, whatever. Not best judge.
Most DUIs ever given by a judge award.
Well, like
That would be a good one, man. That would be classic.
I like most people, it's eeny, meeny, miny, mo. The best, say you want a judge for my district or something. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. So it's okay in politics, but it's not okay when you're voting for the best band, okay? Or you're voting for the best of, okay? it's so much more important than politics.
Most corrupt official.
So what I'm saying is, if you're not doing anybody any favors by doing eeny, miny, mo for the best band or whatever. If you don't know what the best band is, if you don't know anything about the category, move on. You're not doing anybody any favors by just fraudulently just putting down a name that you have no clue of. That doesn't help anybody. So that's my 2 cents.
Janine's like, don't get me started on the Rock Hall nominations. Hey, at least the Rock. Hey, wait. All right, no, you go ahead.
Okay. Well, the last thing is, as far as voting for the Cleveland Music Awards or the best of scene, it's not the high number of people getting involved in the voting. Oh boy, we have 100,000 people voting. No, it's the quality of the vote. It's the truthfulness of the vote. If you don't know, in my humble opinion, don't fake it and just name somebody you don't know. You're not helping anybody. Am I right about that or what? I don't know.
Yeah, to be honest with you guys, I don't know one singer-songwriter in that whole list.
Yeah,
I
noticed that I wasn't. I noticed that I wasn't in the best songwriter list.
No, you weren't.
A lot of women are. I got to check all them out. And the best podcasts and stuff. We're checking them out for next year. We want to know what our competition is. You have to know who your enemy
Jim's like,
is.
we need to start watching all these shows. We used to watch the Women's Health Summit.
But they don't seem to be on much lately. That was a pretty good show.
What's up, Jessica?
Jessica, get back in the ball game. We want to hear your show.
I thought of a new name for her show.
What, the Women's Health Summit. What is it? The
Women's Health Summit. I thought of a new name.
Let me think what it might be. The People's Health Summit, maybe. Okay, that was my.
Take another swing at it.
The Younger Women's Health Summit. The Older Women's Health Summit.
Younger Women's.
The Busty.
You just don't want to. No.
Health Summit.
The busty
there's a lot of back problems because of that, I understand.
Oh, boy. Yeah, this could just go awfully wrong. I'm just going to say it so Jim doesn't have to keep going on. Miss Talks a lot.
I never heard of that person. Miss Talks?
Miss Talks a lot. She never shuts up.
Oh.
I can't tell you how many countless times I'll watch Mike. What's his name? Is it Mike Murphy?
Oh yeah, Mike Murphy.
Michael
yes.
Murphy. I'll watch his live videos from Whiskeyville.
And
I hear the music. The music's going. You're getting into it. All of a sudden you hear.
Oh yeah, it's hilarious. That's why I watch those to see what Jessica has to say.
Yeah.
It's pretty
and
good.
You know her because you know her voice.
Yes.
Right? So you just hear that the whole time, and you're like, "Oh man, your videos are." And his videos are actually super good. He holds it perfectly still. That guy doesn't move.
I have one little bit, not a complaint, but one thing is I notice.
There you go, Mike Murphy.
At times he turns the video camera on a little bit too soon, and there's like 15 minutes of pre-band type of stuff.
Just people milling around on stage.
Yeah,
Oh man, that's fantastic.
turn that thing on when the music starts, not 15 minutes before. I don't mean to be a dickster about it.
You know what I'm always guilty of? Not starting when the band starts, but putting it on while the band is playing, probably like 2 minutes in. And I'll tell you why that happens. I'll be sitting there listening to it and be like, oh my God, this is good. And then I'll pick up my phone and start videotaping. But a lot of times I'm just going to sit there and listen to the band. But once it catches my attention, I'll be like, oh man, I got to hear this again. That's what happens to me.
Okay. To each his own. Well, is that about it, or do I need to talk about my college career at Kent State right now? Manchester Hall, 4th floor.
Manchester Hall. Well, I want to thank BVS Film Productions for all the work they did for us this week. Our numbers were fantastic on YouTube and all the platforms. We're super excited. Thanks to all the fans for nominating us for Best Radio Station. We're going to do our hardest and our damnedest to... I don't know if we'll win, okay? Let's be realist here. But let's give them a run for their money. Let's kick them all in the asses. Let's take it to the buzzard.
You do a good job with promotion anyway, so we just have to step it up a little bit. Maybe I should add to that a little bit and help you.
PVS, we want to come in the studio. We need to do something for our fans. We need to get the music out, and we need to get Outlaw Radio out there so everybody in the scene world can vote for us. Best radio station. Cleveland Scene Magazine Awards nominated for Best Radio Station.
Yes.
Please go out and vote. You can find them, Google them. I'm sure they're Wikipedia. Okay. What do you say we play?
So they haven't started voting for CMAs yet, though, right?
No, I think they're still trying to figure out a date, too. Oh, all right, let's talk about one other thing. CMAs. Got me thinking.
I know.
They don't want to do it in August because they think that if they do it later in the year, like in November, then more people will come to the November one than they would come for August. But people in August, kids aren't back at school yet, right? And people have more free time in the summer. Like in November, that's when, especially in the restaurant industry, and a lot of people that play in bands actually are in the restaurant industry, you know? So that's when a lot of you start working more shifts because it's the holidays. I don't really want to go out in November. It's going to be freaking... I hate the cold. Keep it in August. Don't be stupid.
I don't know how to feel about that.
I'd rather have it in August. Nice and comfortable. August is autumn time. The leaves are just starting to change. I think it's way better.
So when they, the Cleveland Music
my 2
Awards...
cents.
2025. It's in August. So basically, it runs from August 2025 to August in 2026. Right? It's not. They're not following the calendar year. Why don't they follow the calendar year?
But does it matter really? Because
I guess not.
You could have one stinking show and win the whole damn thing because it's just a popularity contest. But then again, if millions of people are voting for you, that takes dedication. So maybe just keep it the way it is, and just we'll shut up about it.
Well, I'm going to vote every day. It's legal. I'm not going to be hauled away, so I'm going to get on the scene. And,
it would be great if it was
and
illegal.
vote for it.
We should make
I'm going to
it
vote for
illegal
World's
to
End
vote.
every day. I'm going to vote for. I can't remember who else do we need to vote for.
Diane Baker said you could vote until May 21st.
Oh, is that right? Thank you.
We need to get our promo thing out. BVS, we need to get our promo thing out. Nettie, if you're watching, we need to get it out there.
And I got to get my music. I have some new stuff I can't wait for you guys to hear.
Yeah, because you know what? You know what, Jim? You hear that? That's Rockstar Radio. We're coming for you.
Yeah.
We're coming for you. Like to take the buzzard down.
Angelina.
Ah!
Is that what a buzzard sounds like?
I don't know. Was it close? That's fantastic.
We'll have to go take a ride down to Hinckley and see if we could find any of them swimming around or flying, I mean.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, Hinckley has the biggest buzzard festival every year.
Yeah, that's
and
what
the biggest migration. Remember, we talked about that on Loud and Local.
I don't remember that.
We did. We talked about Ebenezer the Crow.
Okay.
And the biggest migration of crows and turkey vultures in Ohio is in Hinckley. It's where they all migrate.
I have a friend that lives there. We could go down and hang out with Ernie Zoller for a while.
See, ladies, wouldn't you like to hang out with a guy like me? I'm like a walking encyclopedia. I know a lot of stuff about a lot of stuff.
I hear he's good looking too. I can't pass judgment on that. I'm unable to. It's something about the genes, I guess.
What's in the genes?
Every once in a while, I'll look at a guy and I'll think, I think he's handsome, but that's about as good as it gets for me. But this guy, man.
I don't know. What about that time we were walking into Sacred Vortex and you're like, look at the butt on that? Never mind. I'm just fucking around.
Was that before or after I had 5 kava drinks? You
Hey.
really feel buzzed on those guys. Don't think that you're going to miss anything out by stopping drinking alcohol. You go to what's the name of the place?
Sacred Vortex.
Sacred Vortex. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Dave, he'll set you up good. It's such a good place. You will be happy that you went, especially on May 19th or 17th.
17th, your birthday weekend.
That's right. I'm going to play solo. If anybody comes, they could step in, but it's nice if you actually know the song. So if you want to play, let me know,
Right.
Tim or Tim.
Well,
The Tims.
we have overstayed our time
Okay.
on Outlaw Radio.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. But before we go, join us next week when we bring the thunder. All right. I want to play this one song leading out the show, Jim. This is My World. It's our collab with My Cleveland Project. Me on vocals. Your screaming lead guitar at the end. My Cleveland Project wrote the song. They invited us. It was a fantastic time. See you next week. Outlaw Radio. Marty Schleckman's on the show. We also have Josh Donato. He'll be calling in with the phone.
Oh, you see? Okay,
Yeah.
good.
It's just going to be a little bit different.
Oh.
Then we have great music. We'll have the flyers up this week. I want to thank our guest, Matthew Robert Brown, for coming on the show today, and also Dark Echoes Paranormal TV show. Thank you, guys. Thank you for everyone watching the show. We're Outlaw Radio. You have a fantastic evening.
See you next week.
See you next week, people. Good night.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome to our nightmare. I hope you make it out. Your blood is now a part of us, entwined in all your thoughts. Open the door to your mind, create your very own spot. Welcome to our nightmare. I hope you make it out. Stay if you wanna stay, go if you wanna go. I'm not sure it's up to you. Stay if you wanna stay, go if you wanna go. I'm not sure that I can leave. Many of these sleepless nights conform me to this strife. Twisted thought, visions have carried us to this place. Now you have a taste of it. The horror hides in wait. Welcome to our nightmare. I hope you make it.